Following speech was delivered by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada at the Lal Bagh Palace before Their Highnesses Mahāraja Tukoji Rao Holkar and Mahārāṇī Shalnistha Bhai Holkar on December 11, 1970 at 5 p.m. in Indore, Madhya Pradesh, India.
Jagatpate, Gopisa Gopika Akanta, Radha Akanta Namaste. Your Highness, Her Highness, and ladies and gentlemen, this Krishna Consciousness movement has a very intimate relationship with the kṣatriya family. Lord Krishna said, Imam vivasvate yugam prakramanaham abhayam. Long, long years ago, he was speaking in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, that about many, many thousands of millions of years ago, he spoke the philosophy of Bhagavad Gita to Vivashan, the predominating deity of the sun globe. And from Vivashan, the Surya Vangsha Kshatriyas are coming. From Vivashan, Vaivasat Mano, because Mano is the son of Vivashan, the sun god, and from Manu, Mahārāja ISKCON descended, and he is the original king in the Raghuvangsha dynasty, wherein Lord Ramchandra took his birth. Similarly, in the Chandravangsha, Lord Krishna appeared. So, from historical reference, we see that when the Supreme Personality of Godhead appears on this earth, in this universe, he takes pleasure to appear in some kṣatriya family. And both Ramchandra and Bhagavan, Lord Krishna, appeared in kṣatriya families, and they acted as kṣatriya. Jada jada hi dharmasya glani bhavati bharata tadatmanam srijamah. Kṣatriya king has got two functions. One function is to give protection and happiness to the good citizens, and another function is to kill the demons or the disturbing elements in the society. Lord Krishna, the original form of Vishnu, Vishnu has got 4 hands. In 2 hands he has got the symbol of corn shell and lotus flower, and the other 2 hands he carries club and the chakra, Sudarshan chakra. So, he wanted that a kṣatriya king like Mahārāja Yudhishthira should rule over the world. That is the practically basic idea of the whole Mahabharata and Bhagavad Gita. So we are very much concerned to preach the message of Lord Krishna, Bhagavad Gita. We are presenting Bhagavad Gita as it is, without any malinterpretation. We cannot interpret on the words of God, because religion means the words of God. Dharmantu sakshat bhagavat pranita. The principles of religion cannot be made by any human being. As much as law cannot be made by the citizens, law is made by the government. That law is accepted. That is obligatory. Similarly, religion means the words of God. Man-made religion has no value. The Bhagavad says, dharma projita koitavatra. Such cheating process or pseudo-religion process is completely eradicated from Srimad Bhagavatam. Religion means obedience to the Supreme Lord, and the ruler and the king or the chief of the government is also accepted as representative of Narayan. There is a very nice incident in this connection. Sanatana Goswami, he was the Prime Minister of Nawab Hussain Shah, the then Governor of Bengal, Pathan government. So when Sanatana Goswami met Lord Chaitanya, he decided to resign the government responsible post and take to the preaching of Krishna Consciousness. Nawab, his most confidential representative was Hussain Shah. He was known as Sakar Malik. Formerly the Brahman community was very strict because Sanatana Goswami, although he was born in a Saraswat Brahman family, he accepted the service of a Mohammedan king. He was rejected from the Brahmin society. So practically he became Mohammedan. His name was Sakar Malik. Name was also changed. But this Sakar Malik later on decided that he would propagate the Krishna Consciousness movement started by Lord Chaitanya. So when he wanted to resign, the Nawab was very sorry because he was right-hand man. He frankly said that I am engaged with sporting and so many other proclivities, and you are my only representative to rule over the country. If you resign, then I shall be in great danger. I cannot accept your resignation. Then he said, Your Majesty, I am sorry, I cannot proceed anymore. I shall retire from the service. Then Nawab said that then I shall punish you. I shall immediately arrest you. I cannot let you go. The answer of Sanatana Goswami was that you are king, representative of Narayan. So whatever punishment you give, I shall accept. So that was the Hindu culture, that in spite of being punished by the king, he accepts the king as the representative of Narayan. And actually, the Krishna, the Supreme Lord, he is the proprietor of everything. Bhoktaram Jagadavasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. He is the proprietor of Isāvāsavidam Sadvam. Therefore, to govern a planet, there is a representative of Krishna. In the heavenly planet, there is Indra. In the sun planet, there is Vibhasa. In the Brahmaloka, there is Lord Brahma. Similarly, there are different planets and different representative of Krishna. So the Vedic civilization accepts the king or the ruler as representative of God, and is given not only in India, in other countries also. So far as you know, in England also, the royal family, the king and the queen, is given respect as good as to the God in every country, in Japan also. That was the system all over the world, the relationship between the citizen and the king. Gradually, with the progress of the Kali Yuga, Mahārāja Parikshit was the last kṣatriya king to give protection all over the world, and when he was cursed by a Brahmin boy, his father regretted that, my dear boy, you have brought a scar amongst the Brahmin society by cursing a king like Mahārāja Parikshit. So, Mahārāja Parikshit was protected by Krishna, he could counteract it. But still, he tolerated that punishment or the curse given by a Brahmin boy. He immediately resigned from his royal throne, handing over the charge to his son, and he retired on the bank of the Ganges, although he had only 7 days time to leave. And during those 7 days, the whole Bhagavad was recited. So, I mean to say, the royal family has got very intimate relationship with Krsna Consciousness. And as soon as that was broken, because sometimes it breaks, the religious process declines and the royal power also declines. That is the whole history of the world. Now at the present moment, we have started this Krsna Consciousness movement from the Western world so that people may become again happy and come to their original consciousness. And that is being accepted by the Western world. I have got, within 4 years, 42 branches all over the world, in America especially, practically in every principal city I have got a branch, especially in Los Angeles and New York, we have got the biggest temple, and in England also, London, we have got our temples, 7 very places. When your Highnesses may visit London or New York or Los Angeles, most probably you visit London occasionally, I invite you to our temple at some very place near the British Museum. It is a very prominent place. And this girl in front of you, Srimati Jamuna Devi, she and her husband, Gurudas, is in charge of the temple. But because I have come to India, and they are assisting me, she has seen the Prime Minister also, Indira Gandhi. She is very much impressed with the Sankirtan movement. So, this Krsna Consciousness and patronization by the royal family is a very old relationship. So, I came especially in Indore to see your Holinesses, Highnesses, that if you give us some shelter, we can immediately open a branch of Krsna Consciousness movement. I have brought with me 40 American, European, Canadian students, and they will be exemplary teachers. You can see from their faces how they are advanced in spiritual consciousness, how they have accepted these principles of Vaishnavism. They are no longer meat eaters. They don't touch meat, egg or fish, nothing of the sort. They have given up drinking habit or any kind of intoxication. They do not accept even tea, coffee and cigarettes, and they do not take part in gambling, neither they have any illicit sex life. And they are observing ISKCON days and other Vaishnava festivals like Janmashtami, Sri Ram Navami, and every temple they are following the same principles, and gradually we are increasing the number. The Western boys and girls, my students are all between 20 and 30 years old. You will find none of them more than 25, 26 years old. So they are in Japan also. Here is a Japanese boy also. So the world is taking a very serious situation all over the world. They are appreciating. Your Highnesses will be pleased to see how many books we have published. Perhaps you have seen one of them, Krishna. That is published in 2 parts. We have got our magazines, Back to Godhead, in 5 languages, English, French, German, and Japanese, Hindi, and Bengali. Of course, Bengali is going to be out, Hindi is already out. So you are doing these activities, and we have a mind that we may open a center in a nice city like Indore under your patronization, although I know that at the present moment the time is different, still if you like, you can help us in so many ways. In our Indian parable it is said that a dead elephant is also 1 lakh of rupees. Elephant living or dead, still it is valuable. Marahati lakta. So this movement from very old days, beginning from the sun god, and again 5,000 years ago, between Lord Krishna and the Pandavas, the pious kings. So this movement has got very intimate relationship with the kṣatriya kings. So I would request Your Highness, both you are sitting, if you kindly give us a little place here in Indore, we can immediately start a nice center. And this Krsna Consciousness movement is essential. In the Srimad Bhagavatam it is said that Jasyasti Bhakti Bhagavat Akinchana Sarvai Gunai Tatra Samasati Sudha Harava Bhaktasya Puto Mahad Guna Mano Rathena Asato Dhavat Vahi. That if anyone has got devotion to the Supreme Personality of God, then he develops all the good qualities, just like Sanatana Goswami. Because he was a devotee, he did not distinguish the king, whether he was Mohammedan or Hindu. He immediately accepted that you are representative of Krishna. That is the version. Arjuna, because he was a devotee, although he was in the battlefield, he was insulted, his wife was insulted, his kingdom was usurped, still he says, better not to fight and kill my kinsmen. That goodness was not found on the other side, Duryodhana, because Arjuna was a devotee. He was compassionate with his brothers, not to kill them. But Krishna wanted that this fighting must go on, because he wanted to install Maharaj Yudhishthira, the pious king, on the throne. So therefore, Krsna Consciousness movement and the support of the royal family is very old relationship. And at the present moment, people need this Krsna Consciousness very bad. Without Krsna Consciousness, the whole world is going to hell. you can practically see how they are changing, how this movement is changing character and mentality of the population. So, I have come here, I wish that both of you will be kind enough to patronize this movement to your best capacity. Thanking you, Your Highness. This movement is pleasing both to the dhira and adhira. There are two classes of men. Dhira means those are advanced in spiritual consciousness, Krishna consciousness. And adhira means those are advancing in the process of sense gratification. So these two classes of men, dhira, dhira, janapriyo, Krishna consciousness movement is so nice that we can please both classes of men, the dhiras and the adhiras. Anyone we invite, I spread this movement, not restricting them that you can enter in my class after being qualified. No, whatever you are, come. Dhira, dhira. You come, chant, have musical instruments, play, enjoy, dance, take prasadam and go home. And if you like, you read literature, if you are intelligent. So everything was given to them. And they are American boys and girls, they are intelligent, qualified. So they are